Hello and welcome to GoodGood Investing. I'm Rachel Grun.
And I'm Andrea Swick.
We are so happy to have you guys back. And if you have never finished one of our episodes, never listened to one of our episodes, this is the only one you should listen to. This was...
And the one about me and you.
Yeah, just the one about Andrea. That's our best performing one
Stop.
ever.
Really?
Ever. Hundreds
wow.
and hundreds and hundreds of downloads.
That's crazy.
Ever. Yeah,
Oh,
and
wow.
people are obsessed with you. Well, hopefully this one dethrones Andrea, but guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to share this one with you. Are you just not buzzing?
Yeah, this is so good, y'all. Travis
Smith
from Tribevest. Yeah, so excited, y'all. Travis Smith is the founder and CEO of Tribevest, a platform that makes it easy and safe to invest as a group and do deals together in as little as 48 hours. He started his career with Morgan Stanley, but realized the most direct path to wealth and financial freedom wasn't through Wall Street or as an individual. The path is as a group, as a tribe. Travis is obsessed with building a platform that standardizes, streamlines, and ultimately de-risks group investing. He won't stop until every single deal on and off the internet is an opportunity for a multiplayer experience. He is building Tribevest so you don't always have to go at it alone.
Can I just say, for those of you who want to get into syndication and don't have the minimum of 50K, 75K, but you want to maybe work with other people who also only have 10, 15K to invest, you can do that through Tribevest.
Yes, and if you are a person that has kind of wanted to check out commercial real estate, but you don't want to go all in on 50, 75,000 at a time, you can also try to dip your toes in with a smaller minimum. So he makes it available through Tribevest.
Absolutely mind-blowing, guys.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for you to hear this episode. Without further ado, here is Travis Smith with Tribevest. Hello, Travis. Thank you so much for coming on the GoodGood Investing podcast. We're excited to have you here.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Really appreciate you having me. Been looking forward to this.
Oh,
Awesome.
gosh, we have as well.
Yeah.
We are so excited.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your company?
Absolutely. We started Tribevest unknowingly about, 15 years ago, 2008. And my brothers and I wanted to find a better life. We wanted to stop trading time for money. And we had just read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And we were trying to figure out how we could change our financial trajectory for ourselves and our family. And everybody we knew was investing in, that was, living their best life, was real estate investors or own their own businesses. And that was what we wanted to do, but we realized it was difficult to do on our own. And we decided to come together, and we did this on a fishing trip that we couldn't afford. But we came up with our master plan. We said, listen, let's form an LLC. Let's form a family business, really is what we did in a partnership. Started pulling capital together. And that was what we needed to kind of learn together and how to get over certain capital thresholds of breaking into private investing. And one investment led to another. And by forming and funding that investor group, we unlocked a future that none of us could have achieved on our own. So little did we know, that was the beginnings of what is now Tribevest. And about 4.5 years ago, we built the banking and collaborative infrastructure for the private investing world. So anybody can come together with people they know, like, and trust with their community, pool capital, agree on their goals and achieve that by investing in, whatever they want to invest in. But a big focus for us is people that want to come together and invest as limited partners into different syndications out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I know that certainly this is a need I've seen in the passive investing community. And Andrea and I, like, our whole goal is to demystify commercial real estate investing. I think a lot of people believe it's reserved for the uber rich, the uber wealthy. And our whole goal with our education platform is to not only educate people, but also provide opportunities for people to invest in commercial real estate. But then the next hurdle that they overcome is, oh, it's like a $50,000-$75,000 minimum, and then suddenly it's on the back burner again. So I'm really excited about this as an opportunity and an option for people who want to pool funds with friends or family, but don't know how to. And do you want to talk a little bit about why maybe someone should think about using a platform like Tribevest over trying to like bootstrap a sort of collaborative effort on their own?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, going back to my personal story and trying to figure out how to overcome some of these challenges that we all face, it is scary. There's a ton of mystery when you're learning about something new. In this case, it was private investing into real estate. We had never been taught how to do that in our family or in school. Um, you know, and that mystery, the not knowing how to do it, we didn't have communities like yours. Like if we had found a community like yours, we would have been able to get to where we were going much faster. But we were kind of left with our tribe, our family. Thank goodness, because we didn't learn from each other. We learned with each other, and so that's really the power of the tribe and the power of the community. And now with communities like yours, Tribus is a great way to kind of take action together and get over that challenge of writing that first check, or getting into a new asset class, or starting to work with a new sponsor. As you mentioned, it's 75K writing a check. It's hard. I don't care who you are,
Yeah.
and the idea of coming together, with others that like, and trust, and what a great way to kind of qualify and feel good about an investment, and learn and grow together.
So can you take us kind of through that investor journey? What are the actions that need to take place for themselves, maybe finding others through the platform?
Absolutely. So, let me talk about two different applications, really. First of all, again, we've built out this banking and collaborative infrastructure for the private investing world, so anybody can come onto our platform and easily. We made it 10 times easier, 10 times less expensive, 10 times faster, infinitely more transparent to invest as a group and do business with partners. And so whatever you wanted to do, you could come in and do that. We you name your tribe, you give it your tribe a mission, really building out the charter for the tribe, and then you socialize that with your potential partners, and they agree on the terms of the tribe, and then
Are
our
the
our oh, go ahead. Yeah.
are the oh sorry are the partners on the platform, or do you find them outside of the platform?
Great question. So these are people that and are in your social network already, right? So it's bring your own deal and bring your own tribe.
Got it.
And I think that's super important, because we're not promoting deals, we're not selling deals, we're not you know introducing our customers, our tribes, our investors to different deals, or anything like that. It really is a utility, an empowerment tool for you to come on and build this tribe. But that's why these communities are so important. Like the work you're doing, having people that are at a similar point in their lives and in their investment journey, coming together, learning through your platform. and they also get to know each other through meetups, online events, offline events, and that's where a lot of our tribes are happening. Yeah, it's bring your own deal, it's bring your own tribe, and usually these tribes are found in their community. We're even going as far as kind of the next evolution of tribe vesting has gone from build your own tribe and to what we call our open tribes. So now, when there's a presentation or a sponsor is pitching a deal, say to a community, well, we have the ability to actually open up a tribe that is purpose of that business partnership is to come together with partners, pool capital, and then make the decision to participate in that deal, right? And that's really awesome, because what if that the threshold to get in is 100,000? Now with 5 of you, you can do 20,000, or with 10 of you, you could do 10,000. And so it's lowering the minimums, therefore giving you the ability to participate in more deals more often. Or a group like that could maybe go out to the sponsor and negotiate better terms. What if we came together with $1 million? Could we get into a better terms by leveraging the power of the community in our tribe to do it? So that's
So
really a cool thing about open tribes.
so is the platform, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. So the investors come in on the platform, they invite their friends. Just want to make it super simple and break it down. They bring in their friends. What does the platform do? Does it provide like the LLC that they come in together on? Like, what is the actual value of the platform? Just super simple way.
Yes, thank you for, having me slow down and take a step back. I get ahead
No,
of
I love it too.
myself.
I love like the overall vision, but
Yeah.
yeah, just like from a practical standpoint.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, when I talk about that banking and collaborative infrastructure for the private investing world, what's all included in it? Absolutely, all that back office stuff. And I think of these things as easy but heavy. And then I'll talk about the things that are hard too. But the things that I think are easy, meaning you could go out there and figure this out on your own. If any one of them on their own, not hard, but like all together, it's pretty heavy. And that's filing your LLC, configuring your operating agreement, uh, having a registered agent, automatic report filing. Um, and then, one of the cool things we do is within minutes of getting back your articles of organization, your LLC, we're opening up an FDIC insured business bank account. So the tribe opens up that business bank account. We've configured the capital table. So each owner, each member of the tribe is on that cap table. And based on their different capital contributions, you get to see the percent of your ownership. Of course, that impacts the distributions, which I'll talk about in a second. So just everything it takes to kind of get up and going as a tribe is all built into the platform. And then it's the ongoing stuff, right? It's, well, distributions come in from the syndicator. Well, Tribevest makes it really easy to distribute those distributions. Communications come in from the sponsor. We distribute those to the members, and we save that communication in your documents folder, for example. Um, and everybody, I think the core here is it's all on one dashboard. So all the members have a place to come in. They link their bank account for distributions. You can chat and have a record of all of that chat. All your documents there, all your governing documents are there. You can propose a motion and vote on there and keep a record of it. So we're really bringing that collaboration component and transparency that really makes this possible now. So
That's
anyway, before
huge.
I go any further, I want to make sure that I didn't uh, skip over those important things of what are we doing? Like, well, how do you do
Yeah.
this?
No, that's huge. That sounds like you've really opened the door for any investor to get into commercial real estate. That's amazing. So, when they are on the platform together, are you helping at all? Because some of the issues we have is like 506B versus 506C. We have some investors that want to go in on 506c, they don't have enough capital, say the minimum is 100,000. So are multiple people able to go in together for the 506c? What are the parameters around that?
Yeah, great question. So, the tribe depends on the deal. So, if the deal requires, say, accreditation, then each member of the tribe would need to be accredited, for example,
Okay. Okay.
right? And then,
Yeah.
if they don't need to be accredited, that's really an awesome thing because you can have as many people as you can, and usually our tribes are go as high as 15 members, right? But you can get a lot of investors in on a deal, and remember the sponsors love us because we're sending one check. Like we're sending one check. It's to them, it's one investor, even though you get to build the relationship and get to know that sponsor. From a back office admin perspective, it's one check, one investor, one K1, for example. That's another thing we do. So when the K1 comes to the tribe, we'll make sure that each member gets their own K1, for example.
That is literally game changing. Or is your
Well,
mind blown?
my mind is spinning because I'm like, so is this kind of like you could create a fund without creating a fund? You know what I mean? Like, I think that Rachel and I are always looking to help our investors as much as possible. And so I don't know. It's just like blowing my mind on all the possibilities too. Like, do you have
Oh
to
my
have the
gosh,
deal
yes.
live, or like, do you have to? Can you invest in multiple deals at a time with with Tribevest, or does it have to be like a specific deal?
Yeah. So great question, and I love it. If I can blow your guys' mind, we're building something really cool. So
You really are.
thank you. Yeah. No, it is so exciting, and like you know, I like to talk about what I think of as our big brother or big sister out in the marketplace, and I look at like Uber and Airbnb, like they changed the game with technology, right? Like I remember the first time someone was telling me about Uber, and I'm like, that is the dumbest idea I've ever heard. This company has no chance, right? And it was like stranger equals danger. And so how's this going to work? Fast forward to today, we literally have an app where you summon the stranger to your house. You jump in the back
Right?
seat of your
That's so
car
true.
and you drive off with them. You don't even say a word, right? So like what happened?
uh,
And like we like to compare ourselves because it is an enablement and empowerment, and we love Uber and Airbnb because people are building new ways of cash flow, and it's just another form of business and cash flow for them. But Tribevest is similar, and then that's our technology is what has really changed the game. So just like Uber made it safe and easy and transparent to transact with a stranger, Tribevest technology has made it super easy, safe, and efficient to do business with your partners, and that's what's happening here. So when you think about a tribe, remember it's only anywhere from 3 to 15 people, right? So it's a very manageable amount. And the key here is that it's all governed by a partnership agreement, an operating agreement. And so the key is that everybody is an active member, right? They own their capital going into this is their ownership of that partnership business tribe. And together, they're making a decision on where to deploy capital and invest. So, gosh, that's nothing new, is it, Travis? No, but our technology has made it so efficient that it's just easy. It's easy, fast, inexpensive, all those, and transparent. So that's really why you're like, wait, how's this happening? It's the technology has made it so easy for anybody. And I loved how you guys said it. Anybody can come together, pull capital, and do more together, go further together. And then I'm sorry, I didn't answer your question. So can you invest in multiple things, or can you invest? So absolutely, kind of our traditional tribes are ones that come together, and their business operations is the idea of pulling capital and doing different deals. That's my brothers and I's tribe, right? Like we're just like a little mini, whatever you want to call it, and we're very opportunistic, and we'll do deals, and we'll look at all deals, and we'll do all deals. I can talk about that some other time, but that's a very common tribe on our platform. And then open tribes, though, are much more specific. They are specific to one deal, and the reason why they're so powerful is because when you're only doing one deal with your tribe, it's so easy to align, right? You don't have to think about, well, how are we going to operate and how are we going to make decisions? It's no, this business is really formed for the purpose of this deal. So I really like the deal and I want in on it, and we're going to operate this way. And so we can move really, really fast then and make everything turnkey. So that's the difference.
So you were talking about how it's relatively inexpensive. Can we talk a little bit about the cost that maybe a tribe member would incur putting together a tribe?
Absolutely. So per tribe, it's uh, $348 a year for the platform, and then it's a little bit of a la carte, right? And I'll talk about two different models here. But for example, if you file in Ohio, it's $99. Well, that's another $99 that will pass through to you. And then if you want a registered agent, we can do that registered agent for $150 per year, for example. But everything's included: the banking, the cap table, the distribution tools. Um, Not everything, but like everything you need. For example, if you do want to do taxes, we can do those K1s for you. And that's an additional service depending on what you need. But we just make that super easy and less expensive than going to your CPA, for example. But,
And the
cost
yearly
is
cost
pretty,
is per tribe, right? So it could be divided among all the members. It's relatively affordable.
that's right. That's exactly right.
And it
So,
doesn't matter how big the tribe is, like if it's $1 million, $20,000, it's the same cost.
yeah, great point. So we want to be a software as a service. We don't have anything to do with the deal, right? Like that's a little bit of our beauty because we want to partner with everybody. We want to be friends with everybody. We don't want to get into, are we being compensated on the amount of capital or the deal or anything? And we're just saying no. We're providing a service. We help you do this super easy, safe, and transparent, and it's a flat cost. We don't have any transaction fees. It's not a percent of the money raised. It's not a percent of the deal or anything.
Gosh, Travis,
That's
this
so
is
awesome.
you're like
Yeah.
changing the world. You really are. I'm like, if no one's told you today, you're changing the world.
So
Gosh, guys,
I
that's
really want
awesome.
to I want to dig in on a tribe example and showing success from one of your tribe experiences. Can you take us through that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, so let's talk about one of the open tribes. So, in another community which we have mutual friends in, um, they'll bring in a sponsor and they'll do a deal, a pitch, right? They'll share the deal with the community, and it'll be $100,000 to get in. And as an individual, you can write that $100,000 check if you're in, and that you've done your due diligence, and you qualify for it, you can work directly with that sponsor, and it's an awesome thing. Um, in this case, Tribevest has opened up an open tribe. So the tribe is a way to get in on this deal through the tribe, but at a much lower minimum. And in this example, it was $10,000 to get in, and we had about 12 participants come in, and they all got to participate in this awesome deal at the amount that was right for them at that time. And together they pulled the capital, formed the tribe, and wired the money to the sponsor. And one check, right? One check. And now 12 people participated in a deal that would have never participated in that deal on their own. And that's what gives us such a awesome feeling about what we're doing. And the next time, maybe they invest directly and all that stuff. But for whatever reason, that being able to invest at that lower amount was what got them over that hump to take a step in their wealth building journey.
So anything on the horizon for like a mega tribe? Anything over 15?
Great question. So people ask, well, what do you do if you have more than 15? Well, we just open another tribe, right? We just open another tribe. And, the cost is, it doesn't actually cost more to do that. But I don't think so, because really where we come from, right, is this spirit of doing it together, experiencing it together. Like, we think, there's nothing better than experiencing amazing things with the people you care about and want to be around the most. And there's nothing cooler than building wealth and investing. So this idea of a group of people coming together to achieve something is just an awesome human experience. And you start to lose that after 15 people.
Yeah. And then also I think from just like probably an operational standpoint, like you were saying, like the voting and the motions, like to get more than 15 people to agree on something is probably a huge headache.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask too, what if there's some people that put in more than others? Do they have more of a vote, or in the operating part and all of that, is there majority stakeholders? How does that work?
Yeah, so you can have kind of a minimum threshold and a maximum threshold, but people can come in at whatever they want to come in at. And most tribes, and as you go through and set up your tribe, you actually get to configure your bylaws and like come up with how we're going to handle these things. Most of them are pro rata, and that based your voting percentage is based on your capital. But a lot of them also are just hey, this isn't about that. This is about us making a decision together. Are we doing it in a way that we just need a majority to make a decision? Do we need a super majority? Hey, do we need this to be an anonymous, that we're going forward with this? So those are some of those things that you can control, but we absolutely can have multiple amounts. And then with open tribes, there's not too much in terms of major decisions that you're making, because the main decision was that the tribe is participating in that one deal.
Right. Got it. So, I mean, that's really cool, because I feel like when people try to bootstrap this themselves and create an LLC with friends and family, they're not thinking about these things.
Yeah.
They're not thinking about like, hey, how are we going to allocate decision making? How are, blah, blah, blah. So I think also the fact that, people can not only have the huge headache of the administration off their shoulders, but also like all the legal implications that come with going into business with people. So I think it's really awesome that you're also, like being proactive and thinking of that ahead of time. Travis, is there anything that we haven't touched on that you are dying to share with our audience?
No, this has been a blast. Are you kidding me? This is great. No,
I'm so excited.
No, it's so exciting. So how do people get in touch with you?
Or how do they get on the platform?
Yeah.
Like if someone's listening and they're like, I'm sold, done, how do they start a tribe?
Right. So I'm going to give you two different paths. So just tribevest.com, come check us out, and you can start a tribe, and you can start to go through the process and start to appreciate what this is. And then, and then once you start, you get introduced to our onboarding specialists, and we step you through the whole process, and you can do it all by yourself, but you have an onboarding specialist. So that's just tribevest.com. If you're interested in, becoming somebody that's a passive investor that's looking to raise a little bit more money together to get into these kind of higher thresholds, I would encourage you to come to tribevest.com/open tribes, and just sign up there, and we'll follow up more with you on what open tribes is and what are the differences and how that works. So those are the two entry points.
And I have a quick question before we say goodbye. Also, if Andrea and I have a deal and we have some investors that are interested in putting a tribe together, would we then, Andrea and I as the sponsors, would we then go to Open Tribes to set that up since we already have a deal identified?
So with a couple ways we would do that, but you would just make it real easy, and we could actually talk about making this even more streamlined as partners with the two of you. But I think empowering your investors, letting them know a tool out here like this exists. So I think introducing them to Open Tribes and Tribes, but I think Open Tribes would be a great fit, and then empowering them to go out to their network. I think we all feel this when any of us find a community like yours, and we start to get educated in these things, and we feel this responsibility, like we have this aha, and our friends, our family, and just our network, we want to bring them with us, and they want to come with us too, right? They like, man, Travis, you're getting in all these deals. Like, next time, tell me about it. I want to learn about this stuff. So what an awesome way for you as the sponsor to kind of empower your investors to maybe challenge them to say, no, don't just write a $75K check. We love that, but why not, go talk to your network and share this power of investing in the private markets.
Yeah, I think what I love most is that there's some people that maybe they have that $75,000, but they don't know really too much about commercial real estate or about syndications. So they just want to dip their toe in the water. And this is just the perfect way for them to do that.
Yeah.
And then they can get used to it, right? They'll get used to it, and then maybe they'll do more and more later on. So.
I love it. Travis, you got me so excited.
We're sold.
We're sold. We're so excited. And I know that our audience listening is, just from the feedback we've already gotten, people wanting a service like this. So I'm really happy that we met and we were able to bring your expertise and your business to our audience. I'm really excited about the partnerships we're going to do in the future. And guys, if you're listening or watching, all of the information is going to be right down below in the description. So you can just easily go in there and click to head over to Tribevest to check out the traditional tribes and the open tribes for your next commercial real estate investment. Travis, thank you so much for joining us. This has been amazing.
You guys are the best. Thank you. This was a blast. Appreciate it.
Oh, wow.
So good. Wow. It was so good. So informative. I loved it.
My brain is just spinning.
I know.
All the possibilities.
I am going to be telling so many people about Tribevest. It's going to unlock so much opportunity, I feel, and it's going to make it so much easier to invest in commercial real estate for the everyday investor.
For literally anyone.
Yes,
literally anyone can invest in commercial real estate now.
Maybe even Willow can.
Literally my daughter, who has $275 in her savings account, she could invest in commercial real estate with $275.
So crazy.
It's insane, guys. It is an absolute game changer. And also, we talked about how it's great for people that don't have the minimum. We talked about how it's great for people who maybe don't want to invest the whole minimum. It's also great for people that maybe have 100K, are sold on commercial real estate investing, but want to mitigate risk by investing in a bunch of different deals.
Very true.
There are so many different applications.
So many different ones.
It's like unlocked the world. I mean, guys, this is game changing. Travis talked about how, you know, the biggest companies they're emulating are like Airbnb and Uber and stuff like that. I really feel like this is the next Airbnb or Uber.
Yeah. Well, if you just take a step back, in like how many years ago, probably not too long ago, commercial real estate investing was only for the uber rich, okay? And then coaches came on the scene and started teaching about how you can actually get involved, right? Rachel and I came on the scene. We're teaching you how you can get involved. This is another layer. This is like the missing piece for that everyday investor that just wants to do it, is all educated, and now they can jump onto the wagon of success in smaller chunks. It might take you a little while longer, but it's possible now.
I mean, now it's literally like there's no reason you shouldn't invest.
It's reachable. Yeah.
There's no reason you shouldn't invest at this point. Like guys, I'm so excited. So like we said, all of the Tribevest info's down below. We're excited about partnering with them in the future, bringing our investors into one of our syndicates through the platform, which would be great. I mean, the world is our oyster, and we're even more excited for 2023 than we were before.
Right? That's so true. We were just talking about it yesterday, how excited we are about this year.
Yeah. We should invest in Tribevest.
Very true. We should.
It's going to blow up. It's going to blow up. You heard it here first. We're also going to want to do a webinar coming up soon with Travis, just so that our investors can be more hands-on, ask questions. Maybe he could even share his screen, show us the investor journey.
Love that.
On his computer to show you what you could expect joining a tribe, signing up for a tribe, all that kind of good stuff. So keep in the loop for that. And if you want to be made aware of a future webinar, please go onto our website and join our investor club. That is the only way we're going to announce the webinar. We record our podcast so far in advance, it'd be hard to kind of time it perfectly to announce it on here. So sign up for our email list, get in our investor club. That'll make sure that you know when that webinar is going to be released. You won't want to miss it. Any other final thoughts?
No.
I'm
Let's
excited.
go.
Let's go. Okay, we're going to get off this podcast so we can start doing deals, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, until next time, guys, don't invest good.
Invest twice as good.
Bye.